to this channel, and if you are, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much indeed for stopping by. Thank you very much indeed for clicking. Today I got my friend Chooye. We're going to talk about how to start online business here in UK, and likewise Chooye will bring Zambia perspective. So we're going to discuss how to start online business. How are you doing, Chooye?
I'm doing okay. Thank you for having me on your platform again.
No worries, not at all.
I hope you're doing okay as well.
Yes, thank you very much for asking. I'm very well, thank you. Nice. Today we're going to talk about how to start online business. What will you say the way to start online business in Zambia, and what is the problem people are having? So this platform, we want to talk about entrepreneurship. We want to talk about how people can start their business. So what we hear is to give people hack tips and how they can start their online business. Go ahead, Chooye.
Okay, starting an online business probably in Zambia is not an easy thing.
Yes.
It's one of those hardest things because actually you put more effort when you're running an online business than when you have a physical business.
Yes.
When you are running an online business, you have to really research. You have to invest a lot of money in ads. You have to invest a lot of money in the skill, improving the skill that you have. You have to continuously learn. So there are a lot of ways in which you can start an online business. Yeah, there are some businesses in which, let's say in Europe, other European countries, the United States, where people do drop shipping, but those literally you can't really do them here. So the main online businesses that you can start is either selling products, physical goods, online courses, or offering online services. So the way that you can start those businesses, you have to first understand what products are needed in the market, and you have to look at your budget. So probably, let's say you want to start an online service where you offer courses. Let's say as an economist like me, I was to offer courses and teaching people on how to manage their finances. Probably it would cost me around $2,000 just for me to start to set up a website, to create the course, and also for marketing, $2,000, and which is one of the hardest thing, having the funds for you to excel and start the business. That's one of the major things. Yeah, but it has become a bit easy these days because everyone has access to internet. It has become a bit easy, but still you need relative amount of money. $2,000 usually that's the best amount of money you can start with.
Right. I mean, I want to jump over here. You know, starting online business is one of the best things individual can do. But there's issues. There's a problem one need to encounter, go through in order to establish his or herself online. So like you mentioned, phone is also the main thing here in UK. I think it's easy here because we have steady internet. But one thing I will say is myself, I'm an online entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur is really somebody that solves problems to others. It's really about understanding what problem are you trying to solve to others. So it's understanding about demand and supply. It's about understanding the area you are going, what competitive advantage you have, and also understand really the market. So online platform here really, to start online business here in UK, first of all, you need to decide the market, the problem that you're solving. Who are the consumers, which demography, which people do you want to sell this product? Will it be online store or will it be digital product? Like myself here right now is, we are right here right now discussing on YouTube. YouTube is pretty much like it's a business, but also it's a teaching business, whereby you teach people a lot of problem or trying to solve problem for others. But also we also have Vinyl Tech Store, which is online platform where we sell physical products. You know, we have printers, we have USB cable, we have phone, we have also various things. We also have printer, PC mouse, we have watches. So, but the issue with this online platform is really about you need to be patient, but also you need to have the fund to be able to start. So it takes a lot of time, you know, but there's a lot of things to put into consideration before you start online business. So it's not easy, but it can be done. So, but what we're going to discuss is really about, you know, what individuals need to do, you know, things you need to cover, put in place for the online business to for you to make a progress with it. So what do you think individual need to put in place, you know, for the business to be able to you know, make a progress?
Okay. So the first thing that anyone who wants to be successful in an online business has to do is first of all, you have to invest in yourself, in
Yes.
having your skills improved, because if you're offering a service,
yes,
you have to have your skills on the top so that people may get value from your skills.
Absolutely, yeah.
The other thing, you have to invest in your equipment, because
Yes.
you can't run an online business when you have poor internet. You have to invest money to purchase the best internet with the best internet provider in your country. So that's another thing.
Yes.
So you also need to have a phone or a computer or anything that has to be used for you to produce your content.
Yes.
Or to be able to put your products out there. So let's say you want to start a business where you buy products, let's say on eBay, Amazon,
Yes.
then you resell them in your own country, like here.
Yes.
But you have to put them on your own. So the first thing is first to invest in yourself, invest in the equipment, and also invest in marketing. Those are the first three main things that I think everybody needs for them to really survive in these businesses. Yeah, there are some businesses where you do not even really require to invest money.
Yes.
You might only need to invest in yourself.
Yes.
And also in your skill. So when, let's say, you want to be a freelancer, freelancing is also a business. Like myself, I'm a freelancer.
Yes.
I do a lot of freelancing. I work with a lot of people, so I do video editing, I do content writing, and I do course development, I do financial analysis, and a lot of other things that I do. It doesn't really mean that I have to invest money for me to be employed or anything. The only thing that I do have to invest is improving my skills. I have to improve. I have to make sure that my skills, once I provide them to someone, they add value to that person, and that person is satisfied to paying for those skills. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think what you're saying is really correct, because you know, to be an entrepreneur or you are into business is really about understanding, sharing your skills with others. And sharing your skills is about, you know, putting yourself out there, knowing which platform to market yourself, you know, knowing that you can put yourself, you know, advertise yourself in Upwork or so many other platforms, or Udemy, telling people what you got or telling people the skills you have to share. It's about, you know, these are the things. But also I want to kind of here in UK, to start a business, really, like I mentioned earlier, is about understanding the market. You know, what problem are you trying to solve? Because an entrepreneur is somebody that wants to solve a problem for others and charge for it. You know, this is actually what it is. So, you know, for you to solve a problem, you need to find actually a problem that is out there. Then for you to say, okay, I have these skills, but also you need to be willing to share these skills with others, because that's the most important thing. If you are not, you need to be open-minded. You also need to understand that, you know, be open, you know, have the willing to share your skills with others, because if you don't do that, then, you know, you will not be discovered. So that is actually the skills one need to understand, but also you need to be patient. So going to online business is something that, you know, you need to be driven, you need to be passionate about what you are this, what the product you are offering to people is something that you are using on daily basis, and you have used this, it has to be high quality. These are the things you need to understand. These are the things one need to put into consideration. But also here you need to register with your company. Either if you are in terms of, you need to make sure that your company is registered also for you to pay tax to the government. But also marketing is also very crucial in terms of your business. You need to be able to push your business out there in different platforms. So you need to also be very conversant with social media marketing. It's actually very crucial because you need to be able to know how to operate Instagram, Facebook Marketplace, Amazon affiliation, or eBay, like you mentioned. So there's so many things one need to put into consideration. There's so many things one need to master, but also you need to research the product or the goods and service you want to deliver. These are the things, but also think about logistic. Where are you going to source this product? These are the things. So there's so many things we can discuss. You go ahead, Chooye. Is there anything you want to talk?
Okay, yeah. So probably those three things that I have mentioned are one of the most important things for someone.
Yes.
To establish themselves on social media, you have to establish yourself on different platforms for you to actually be marketable, because recognition is, I think, one of the most important thing in business.
Yes.
Because once people discover you, once people see what you can do, they are ready to buy your goods. They are ready to pay anything worth of the value, because they know you are a trustworthy person. You are one person who puts in work, produce the best quality products. So there are a lot of other ways, because let's say if myself I write books.
Yes.
The thing that I have to do is that if I am to publish those books, I have to make sure that the content that I produce is the best content that I have. Is there? It has value to someone and can change someone's life. So once I put those things, the people who are going to read those things, if it's the best quality, they are going to recommend to others. That's how it is. But you also have to undergo registration. You have to register your company, your firm. Like myself, I have registered my firm, so that I can be paying taxes. But at least here you can only pay tax. Let's say if you live in Zambia, you can only pay tax if your business is generating at least $500 a month.
Right. Okay.
Yes, if it's generating more than $500 a month, that's when you can only pay tax. But most businesses, when they are starting, they can't generate more than that. Like even myself, it took me a long period of time for me to even start closing that mark where I have to pay tax. Yes, because it takes time, but you have to be consistent. You have to be open-minded. You have to always look at what value you can add to people.
Exactly.
Yes. So I have this platform where I actually myself, I actually, like, I'm a service provider. That's the type of business that I do. I'm a service provider.
Yes.
I do not sell any physical goods or anything, but I'm a service provider. That's the thing that I do.
Yes.
I evaluate other people's businesses. I help people giving direction for improvement for other businesses. Giving advices and other things that I think has been one of the things that I have been doing, and also writing content, especially blogs, writing YouTube scripts, writing the marketing articles, running Facebook and Google Ads. I think those are the things that I have been mostly doing for other people, because I'm a service provider from an online business. Yeah.
I mean, it's very good, and a business really is. It doesn't have to be, physical products. These days is digital products is really, is the key. Internet is the new language. Is the new money. So it's really understanding how to execute. Before you go into business, really, I would say the individual need to have the aim, so you need to have aim, what you want to achieve from this, that's the main thing, because you need to know where you are going, you need to know your destination before you start the journey. So it's really about knowing the aim or purpose of your business, what problem are you going to solve, then devise the strategy to go, but also about the risk involved, because there's no business without risk involved. So it's about also taking calculated risk. It's about also minimizing the risk possible, but also it's really about understanding, the risk that is this business is something that, because you need to, every business person need to take risk, but because sometimes when you take risk, if you succeed, then that's the opportunity out there. So, but if you don't take risk, then you will not make any head. You will not make headway. So really, in business, it's about taking the calculated risk. Understanding the logistic in terms of where are you gonna source this product. Like I want to give you an example, right? Because for instance, some of the products we have, we source it abroad. It's really about making necessary research. Fundamental research is everywhere. Like investing in stock market, then you need to do technical analysis, also fundamental research. Likewise, in business, you need to make sure that you are doing the necessary fundamental research in that business. The research you need to do is, in terms of the marketing, in terms of how many people are you going to supply this, is the demand, is it something that will be, the demand will be here, or, till 4 or 5 years time, is something, is it the business that you only, is it seasonal? Is it something that that you're going to be supplying 4 years, 5 years, 15 years time? So these are the things. It's like potential to grow. These are the things you need to understand from the research you are making or research you made before you embark. So these are the things for someone to start business. So you need to put on all this into consideration, but also you need to put into consideration in terms of how much fund do you have. Are you going to, sometimes you can actually do some partnership in business. Yes, some people don't know this, but you can actually, link up with your friend or your mate, can bring out £1,000, this $1,000, this person bring out $1,000 for you, both of you to link up together. And, because sometimes it's really about, you might not have enough fund, but somebody else can actually have some fun, both of you link together. And from there, the business will be, up and running. Even some myself, sometimes I don't actually, some of the business I invest, some of them I don't actually like. It's pretty much like buying share. When you buy a share in a company, you are part of the owner of that company.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes when you invest in Amazon, you are part of Amazon. You are part of the owner, because once you have a share in a particular company, you are part of the owner. But sometimes people don't know about this.
Yes, yes.
So it's really understanding. Sometimes you can actually using Amazon product or Facebook, but you make sure that you invest in that particular company. So there's so many things in terms of business people need to understand, that when you are investing or any product you are using, you trying to see if it's something that you can actually invest in that particular business, because ultimately, business is actually where one can actually increase his earning potential. Opportunity in business is massive, very massive here in UK. So this is actually really very good. It's something that one need to keep in mind, think about. But before you go into business, do the necessary fundamental research, check the aim, the strategy, what you want to achieve. But also you need to be patient. You need to be patient, because be willing to go into business 1 year, 2 years without making an income. It's the same thing applicable, like YouTube. It takes so many years before people are able to even have opportunity to monetize the channel. Likewise, blog. You might be writing blog, spending a lot of money, paying for the website and spending a lot of money doing all these things without actually seeing any income out from it. But it's just the mind. It's just having this. When you are into a business, you need to have mind that what you are going. Because what you focus expand. So if you focus on good thing will come to you. If you focus that this business will do well, this business will do well. But you need to make sure that you put an effort, you put in work. Sometimes mistakes people do make sometimes is they want it so quick and so fast, but it doesn't work in that way. How do you say it?
I'll tell you my story, Vince.
Yes.
Like myself, when I started, I launched my online business. Let's say that was in 2018.
Yes.
2018, I made $0. But I
we're
was still running.
We're in the same shoe, yes.
2019, I also made $0.
Yes.
2020, that was the time when I started getting noticed by
yes.
people who were interested in the skills that I was writing
yes.
about, in the skills I was providing out there. But the thing is that it took me 2 years to even make even $1. It took me 2 years, but I was producing content out there. I was advertising myself every then and there.
Can I just what makes you keep going even though you are not getting any money? 2 years.
The thing is that every time that there are things that you feel as a person you are so passionate about. So
exactly, yeah.
No matter what, there are certain things that if someone says you are not a good writer, says you're not a good writer. But if you're passionate about writing, you're going to prove that person wrong. You're going to always produce content, because if the thing about us entrepreneurs is to make sure people believe that we can't do it, and then
prove them wrong.
We have to prove them that we can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
so
I want to come in. Yes, I think it just really is about, I want to echo the same thing, is about passion, because there's this book by Show Your Work by I have this book here by CANON. Show Your Work. Basically, this book is talking about, show whatever you got to others, people. Show what you have to others, and don't be afraid to share your skill or share your work with others. So it's really about showing your work, be open-minded when you show your work, because you never know. Sometimes, don't really, don't wait for affirmation. So basically, don't wait for somebody to tell you, oh, this is actually what you got. Just believe in yourself that, what you are doing, you are making a difference. You are adding value to people. This is actually what you need to, and it is very good. Whatever you are doing out of passion, because something that you are doing out of your willingness, you are not doing it. Money is not the main point. You are doing it there. You want to help others, sharing others. Whatever comes out of it, the money aspect of it will take care of it itself. But actually, it's something that you are doing. You are very passionate about. You want to help others. I think that is actually what is, what keep every entrepreneur keep going, because the same thing is applicable. Some of my online platform, blog, not getting anything out of there, like also Vinyl Tech Store, income that is naturally not coming there. But I have this passion. I also very passionate about it, but also I believe and keep working on it. This is actually what the skills individual need to understand, need to have. So basically, if you want to go into business, you need to be patient. Patient is the key. I can't underestimate that. So I need to echo it, making sure that people understand that before you go into business, you need to be patient. It's not something that you rush in, expecting for you to make millions of dollars or millions of pounds or millions of amount of money straight away. No. But you need to make sure you create your awareness. You need to take time. And also, when you are business, if you are getting an income from business, try and put it back into the business and allow your business to grow. These are the things people need to understand.
I have a question for you, Vincent.
Go ahead.
What is the major problem that you have faced? Like one of the obstacles that have at some point maybe made you to think otherwise? What are major obstacles that you have faced in your journey as an online entrepreneur?
It's really the same. I think everyone started with 1 followers. The obstacle people have is really is about, sometimes is people believing in you, or sometimes people would tell you are not good enough. But it's just as time goes on. But also it's about sometimes initially it's really about sometimes, but people kind of I was feeling like, you know, oh, nobody will discover you, or nobody will believe in what you are saying, or sometimes it can be when you are doing things or when you are working, you are not really getting a reward. You know, sometimes it can be demoralizing. You know, it can be obstacle in a way, because the issue here is, for instance, in UK, we have massive bills to pay. You need to pay your rent, so it's really about funding. It's also the major obstacle. You know, funding is a major obstacle here. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes also you can actually ask for bank for fund. They don't believe in what you are saying, so that fund is not there. So you also need to hustle. You need to make sure you go to work and also saves an income. You know, and also here you need to pay your rent. You know, housing expenses. You know, all that, car insurance. So many things you need to pay. So the obstacle, you know, to start online business is about funding. Here is also a major thing, because it's not easy. For instance, before I start my online platform, you need to register your company. You know, you need to register your name. Okay, this particular website, you need to register your name. Then also you also need to pay for you to register your company. But also you need to then source the product. If it's a digital product, then you need to source it abroad. You know, some of these products you source it from abroad, USA or various places in this whole world. You know, some of them you can source it very place. You can source it if it's a product you have here in UK. You need to source it. So it's actually about funding. People that build my website is I also need to pay them. So it's actually before you even started, you need to spend like sometimes £500 sterling, you know, in order for you to build your website before you even start. So there's so many things, but also it's about also knowing how to skillful. You need to be skillful in terms of knowing how to you know, list your product online, because you know, when you have shop in eBay or Amazon or Shopify, you also need to be skillful to be able to list that product. So some of these things is something that you need to also make sure that you have the skills to be able to do this.
Yes.
So funding is the main thing, but also it's about also skill, but it's just believing in yourself. Sometimes you need to get people to show you some of these things, or pay for somebody. Like initially, I want to share some idea with you. Initially, I used to do video editing just very just with minimal skill, you know. But sometimes, you know, people will say they want your video to be more, you know, because more modern, or to be more, look more professional. So then you need to, so you need to think about, you know, where can I get this service? Or if you don't have enough money to pay for an editor to do this, then you need to go and learn how to do this. So it's really about, it goes around with the funding. So what issue did you have, like in your area or in Zambia in terms of business?
I think for me, one of the major aspects is it was getting clients. Let's say my first 2 years,
yes,
the major problem was getting clients.
Yeah.
I was getting into contract. Let's say it was hard for me to even get a client by then. So after I managed to start getting clients, the other problem that I had, it was not having my clients sign contracts.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
find that you are working with a client, you make them so much money, you are doing everything, but at the end of the day, you find that you have problem in them paying you, but they're making money.
Yes.
So that was, I think, one of the major problems, where you are working for clients who are not paying you.
So they're ripping you off.
Yes, you are working so much for them. At the end of the day, they don't pay you. Maybe they come later on, 3 months later, they want another service from you. You tell them about the previous payments. They say, okay, we're going to pay you the previous, they pay you, but again, then after working, they disappear, which is one of those things. But now I have grown to understand the business. I always make my clients sign contracts. And once they sign contracts, at least it makes me to be sure that those people they are going to pay
genuine.
Me. Yes, they are going to pay me, and I have once I deliver my work, I have done everything. I have the upper hand to make them accountable for the work that I have done. So this time around, I don't work when I don't have a contract on hand, because there are people that I have invested so much. I have invested my money. I've invested my time, where I have done advertisement for them. I run their Google ads. I have put in maybe $1,000 of my own money. I'm running their Facebook advertisements. I'm running their Google ads. But at the end of the day, after those people, we have reached the time for payment. You hear that they are not there. They are saying we haven't yet gotten the money, this and that. But actually, I haven't.
I mean, it's really it's sad and disheartening. You know, people go through this, but it's real. So this is the reason why it's part of the risk. You know, it's really about, you know, making sure that you do the necessary research. You know, making sure that, you know, the customer you are taking on board, you know, somebody that, you know, you have tested. You know, these are the things that, you know, sometimes you need to. But also, it's also about, you know, being open. It's also about once you are doing good, you know. But sometimes it's really all this issue is there. But it's about the research you are making, but also it's trying to, you know, be open, follow the right channel. Like, you know, for instance, Upwork, for instance, if you register for Upwork, make sure that you are following the necessary, you know, requirements, and also, you know, make sure that you sign the contract. These are the things, you know, one need to do instead of going through back door. Sometimes if going through back door, you know, sometimes it can backfire as well. So these are the things. So in business, really about making sure that, you know, taking calculated risk is actually where to go. You know, we all have this one problem or the other, but one thing really matter is really about consistency. You know, your consistency and focus. You know, you are determined. These are the things one need to do. You know, these are the skills one need to have in order to embark on business or to be an entrepreneur. But I must say that, you know, to be a business person or entrepreneur is actually the best thing one can do, because you are your own boss. You know, you make, you know, you kind of your future is guaranteed. I mean, in the sense that, you know, you are the one calling the shots. Nobody's bossing you around, so you are the one that determine, you know, like, you know, I think a good example is like YouTube channel. Okay, you do things online platform is your platform, is your store, you know, so you do as you know, nobody's telling you what to do. So this is actually the best thing with entrepreneurs. So it's something that, you know, I encourage everybody to jump in, you know, but the individual, you know, need to be patient. Okay. Is there anything you want to say again for us to wrap up?
Okay, so the other thing, I think what I would encourage most of the people who want to be entrepreneurs, invest, I think the first thing is to do is that they should be patient enough. They should be patient enough. That's the first thing. Second, they have to put in the work. Actually, when you are working for someone or employed, you might not really put as much work as you need to put when you are running your own business, because maybe where you are working, you are 10 of you, you are working a lot of you, and you are combining your heads just to produce something. But where you are running your own thing,
you need to do more
effort.
Exactly.
You have to work a lot of time until, like myself, every day I work around 14 hours a day. That's the time. That's the amount of hours that I dedicate to working, because
trust me,
it's something that is my own.
Will watch it.
Yes, it's my own. It's not for someone. So it's even the amount of time that I have to put in, I have to put more, because this is my own. It's something that,
you are very passionate about. It's something that is for your own, you know, so it's really for your own good and for your own betterment, you know. So I feel you. I totally agree with you, you know, in terms of what you are saying, you know, because when you are doing your own thing, you need to put more effort, you know, you need to put more, you know, you need to go hard. Basically, it's not something that, you know, you need to go hard, you know, full force, you know. So entrepreneurship is really about, you know, focus and steady, you know, that you make sure that you run your own race. You know what I mean by that is really making sure that you are focusing, you have the aim and plan, you know, and following it. But also you need to be flexible. Also another skills to have, because sometimes, you know, you can actually make mistake, and we learn from mistake. So I want to echo here that for all people to understand into business, there's try and error. So you just need to give yourself, a leeway, give yourself, be open for mistake, and mistake is allowed in business. We learn from it. So these are the things I want to say. Sometimes people might think a business is all rosy. It's it's all it's easy, but it's not easy. So this is the reason why you need to make sure that you do your own research, do the necessary fundamental research, and be flexible. This is what I can say, because when you are flexible, you give yourself way, to maneuver and adjust. If you go this way, if I going, so it's not a linear. If you're going right straight, and if there's a need for you to change corner, you change corner and carry on. You know what I mean? So instead of focusing that, oh, it has to be this way. No, sometimes you need to bend and to reach your destination. Okay, so thank you very much, and I just want to say for people, we are going to be discussing issue about business on this platform. Subscribe and follow the channel, follow Vineltech TV, but also you can also follow us at Vineltech blog. But also another thing, also we have Vineltech store where we have some products. We have printers, various products. We have various products, speaker. We also have watches as well at Vineltech store. So please check it out and like and subscribe if you fancy, if you're happy with what we are doing here. Our aim is to create value. Our aim is to share idea with other people, share, give you a hack and tips what we are doing. Nobody have all the perfect plan, nobody have all the answer, but here is for you to showing you, telling you that it's possible, telling you, giving you idea what we are doing. We also want to share this with you. Is there anything you want to say, Chair?
I just want to appreciate you for having me on board again.
Thank you.
Everyone listening, we'll be giving you the tips, free knowledge on how you can run your businesses, or financial advices that you do need. Professional man economist. He's also someone who has run businesses. So combined knowledge that we have, giving you the best things that you can take for you to start running your own businesses. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my good friend. We'll catch you later. Thank you.